guys, we are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. It looks like Cardi B is going off because her criminal friend, Starbrim, is getting mistreated, in prison, and she is unhappy about it. She went off on social media and said, Hazleton Female Correctional Facility in West Virginia needs to be under investigation. They've been playing with my friend Star Mail, which right there is a federal offense. She hasn't gotten mail since November, which makes no sense. They don't be having heat in the rooms for the inmates, and it's below 0 degrees. Then on top of that, she wrote the administrator, Mrs. Perrigan, and wrote the unit manager, Mr. McCall, and they both have ignored her when she's trying to talk to them about her halfway house and her mail. She even tried to speak to her case manager, and he been gone a whole month, and no one can tell her when he's coming back. Imagine how much other inmates they doing this too. Her name is Yonette Repass. I hope y'all see this and someone who knows them see this, because if she's trying to speak to y'all about her outdate, why are y'all ignoring her? They all know she's connected to me, and I feel they be doing that to be spiteful, which is effed up, okay? So she thinks that Star Criminal is getting mistreated in prison because of her connection to Cardi B. That's basically what she's been saying. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to give Star Crim and Cardi B donkey of the day because, one, you're in jail, okay? This ain't rehab. This ain't boot camp, okay? This ain't the army. You're in jail, okay, for committing a crime. If she's not getting special treatment, that's her fault, okay? If you want to be able to talk to your loved ones and get your mail, or if you want to be in heat during the winter time, maybe don't commit a RICO charge like Star Criminal did, okay? Maybe don't be part of a gang. Then you won't have to go to jail and put up with that. If you do the crime, you got to do the time. And so I don't feel bad for Star Crim that she's allegedly getting mistreated in jail. They need to sit the F down now. Of course, they shouldn't be in the cold. Of course, they should be able to get their mail. Of course. But we got to remember that you're not going to get treated nicely in jail. Okay? That's why you're there. Okay? You committed a crime. So sit down and be quiet. Cardi B, we do not care. You can rant about this all day, but there's bigger things that people worry about. Okay? And let's not also forget that this is like Star Criminal's third time being in there. She must love jail. She been there 3 or 4 times. In and out, pregnant, in and out, pregnant. So I don't feel bad. Sit the F down and be quiet. Now, Payola Board ranks Cardi B and Maroon 5's Girls Like You as the 15th biggest top Hot 100 song of the 21st century. No. Okay, I don't know about that. Top 15? Okay, if you want to put a top 100, it would make sense. Now, I know the song was popular. I get it. The song went number 1. It was popular, so I do understand because I do remember the payola that song got and hearing it on the radio 24/7. But I'm going to have to disagree with Payola Born on that one. Now, moving on to the snake. The snake crawls back to Nicki Minaj. Oh my goodness. When is Nicki gonna get rid of the snakes? They're just everywhere. They're in the camp. They're in Young Money. Champagne Thickums posted an old video of him and Nicki Minaj performing Up All Night, which is a classic song. Which was on his debut album, okay? Now, the funny part about this is he didn't even post her on her birthday. He didn't even post Nicki Minaj on her birthday. He didn't even post Nicki when Pink Friday 2 came out, okay? But you know why he's posting Nicki? I'm going to give you all the tea. Because he's getting dragged on social media. Okay? He's getting dragged for the information he told academics about Braun. We already went over the tea about Braun cheating on his wife and how those text messages got linked of him basically snitching on Braun. He's been getting dragged for the last few days. He doesn't have a lot of friends in the industry right now. And for what I'm hearing, he's hoping that he can get another Nicki collaboration. Even though he didn't promote Needles. Okay, he didn't promote Needles. But The Weeknd don't mess with him. Him and Future are not all the way cool anymore. He fell out with Braun, Rick Ross, French Montana. All of his friends basically not cool with him. So he got to rely on Nicki Minaj and the Barbs to try to revive his career and his reputation. That's what it's given, okay? Because my whole thing is this. You didn't even post her on her birthday. Her birthday was last month. But you randomly post Nicki when you getting dragged. Oh my goodness. Yo, Nicki, you gotta stop letting these men use you. You gotta stop. In 2025, you gotta stop allowing them to use you, okay? Because they really be playing on your head top. You gonna allow Champagne Thickums to play with you like that? Okay, I better not see one Nicki or Champagne Thickums collaboration in 2025. Not one, okay? When the going gets tough for Nicki, he's quiet. The Super Bowl drama happened. Okay, when she was sticking up for Champagne Thickums and Wayne, they was quiet. Stay quiet all the time. Don't try to use the queen now that you're getting dragged by NBA fans and a lot of men on social media because you outed Braun. Don't try to backtrack. Don't try to come over here. Where's Scratch Off? Didn't he work with Scratch Off last year? Why don't you post her? Oh, it's because she flopping still? Oh, okay. Now, moving on from that, Rolling Stone names Lemonade by Queen Bee the greatest album of the 21st century. Let me know if y'all agree or disagree with that. I don't know if I fully agree that it was the greatest album of the 21st century, but it was one of Queen Bee's best albums. But I don't know about the greatest album of the 21st century. I don't know about that. Now, fans are also continuing to drag Queen Bee on social media. Fans are doing we listen and we don't judge on different artists and celebrities. One tweet went viral where it says she's the Kardashian of music, famous for being famous, while no one outside the U.S. knows her songs. Now, let's not be fucking delusional, okay? If Queen Bee can do stadium tours outside of the U.S., she is known globally, okay? Ain't no artist that does stadium tours outside the U.S., which she actively does. She don't do anything outside of stadiums. She don't do arenas. She don't do theaters. She don't even do TV performances or award show performances like that unless it's the scammies. So to say that she's not known outside of the U.S. is just completely ignorant and just really dumb. And it's okay to say you don't like Beyoncé or you don't like her music. That's fine. But to say she's not known worldwide is just delusional. Like, come on now. Okay? Ain't no artist that can do stadium tours outside the U.S. is not a global superstar. That's not how it works. If you can do stadiums outside the U.S., you're a global superstar. Because there's a lot of y'all faves that can't even do that. Okay? A lot of y'all faves can't even sell out an arena tour. Okay? Can Purdue Chicken do a stadium tour? She absolutely, positively cannot. And sell out? Absolutely not. Sabrina Carpenter, Ariana Grande is not doing stadiums. She's not even doing music like that no more. Okay? A lot of your faves are not able to do that. Okay? But y'all want to shit on Queen Bee. She's 30 years in the game doing it. Okay? Even her peers can't do it. Shanti, nada. Alicia, nada. Usher, nada. Okay? Y'all shitting on Queen Bee, but she's doing something that a lot of her peers cannot do. So I just don't understand the hate. And the Kardashians got famous from a tape of Kim getting her back blown out. Beyonce was known for her singing. She was never known for a tape and getting her back blown out. So how are you going to compare her to a Kardashian? Like, that's the thing I don't understand. Like, y'all just say stuff just to say stuff. It's just better if y'all say, I don't like Beyonce. I don't like her music. I would respect that way more than y'all trying to debunk her talent and trying to compare her to a Kardashian. Like, come on now. Now, it has been exposed that Gorilla Glue will be a musical guest on SNL, which hosts Dave Chappelle on January 18th. Okay, Big Glow on SNL. That's a good look for Gorilla Glue. Which song y'all think she gonna perform? Okay. I'm not really listening to every song on Gorilla Glue's album. I think the only song I'm constantly listening to is Procedure. But I don't think she's going to perform that one because that wasn't a single. Okay, she probably going to perform that T-Pain song that she did a music video for. I think it's called I Love Her. She probably going to perform TGIF, but she probably not going to perform Procedure. I'll be shocked if she do because that wasn't really pushed as a single, but congratulations to Big Lo. Now, moving on from that, Not Like Us is the most streamed diss track, okay, of 2024. It just hit 1 billion streams, and it's not even a full year since the song came out. Like That did 638 million streams. Euphoria, 321 million. Push-Ups, 172 million. Family Matters, 130 million. Meet the Grams, 127 million. Piss did 110 million. Link by Chris Breezy, the colorist. His diss track to Quavo did 5.8 million. Over Hoes and B-Words by Quavo did 2.2 million. Okay? So let me know how y'all feel about that. I'm not shocked that, of course, Not Like Us is going to be the most streamed diss track. Okay? I mean, come on now. That's a banger. That's a hit. When it wins a Scammy, don't be shocked. I don't want y'all to be shocked when it wins a Scammy, okay? Champagne Thickums probably should leave town when it does because I know he be in Houston. I think he should leave Houston, sell his little ranch, and just stay in Toronto, okay? Especially when Kung Fu Kenny goes on tour and performs at the Super Bowl and wins a Scammy, okay? It's not going to be a good time for you. Now, moving on from that, the Sympathy Tour has started for Megan Thee Stallion. Okay. Megan broke down in tears at her hearing when she was able to get her restraining order on the short leprechaun man. Okay. She said, I'm scared that even when he gets out of jail, he's going to still be upset with me. I don't know if he's going to continue to be violent towards me because even from behind bars, he keeps showing me that he can get to me. Like, he won't give me a day of peace. I feel like when he gets out of jail, it's going to be worse. I feel like maybe he'll shoot me again. And maybe this time I won't make it. Now, Megan also said, I've tried therapy, but I recently haven't been because I've been feeling kind of hopeless about the whole thing. No matter how many people tell me I have to get past it, it just seems like I have to relive it every day. I barely leave my house. I leave my house for work, but I'm not good at social situations anymore because I think everybody hates me at the point because of everything he's done and said about me after the shooting. I'm just always nervous. I never had anxiety before like this. I'm just a nervous wreck all the time. Megan also said that she wants the fans to stop saying free Tory. Okay. She told the chorus that when she performs at shows, people sometimes yell free Tory and harass her. She conceded that as a public figure, she must endure negative comments, but says she deserves protection when it comes to Peterson. The problem I have is that man who shot me is orchestrating other people and paying people, and him and his family are helping people put out lies and slander and smear campaigns against me. I'm scared to do anything because he has orchestrated people to attack me, whether online or it could possibly even be in person. Okay? Now, here's the thing with Megan. I don't fully believe this sympathy train that she's trying to push for her next rollout for Act 3. That's what it's giving. Giving that the sales were low for Act 1 and Act 2. So she's trying to get the sympathy train going so she can sell over 100K for Act 3. Mind you, when the incident occurred, she put out Bad News after, that album, and she sold 100K right after the shooting incident. But since then, her sales has went down. So I think that this is all a ploy, no shade to Megan, to try to get some sympathy. Okay, because you went to hella parties. Didn't you throw a hottie Halloween party? And you was up there with Cash Doll and Victoria Monet and other celebrities at the hottie Halloween. You was at the party with Queen Bee and Gorilla Glue. I don't really believe that you have immense anxiety that you can't pop out. Because you pop out all the time. You be at the parties, industry parties, the Freak Elite parties. You be at them, okay? I don't think that you're scared. You just went to the basketball game to see your boo thing, Torrey Craig, who been cheating on you. I mean, you go out all the time. And those parties are not work-related, okay? Maybe the hottie Halloween party, but all the other industry parties that you been to, a lot of them are not work-related, okay? So I just feel like this is a sympathy ploy to roll out the next album, okay? And so she can sell more records because she wasn't able to be a cultural vulture in the Korean community. All her Korean collaborations flopped. And low-key, she be sneak dissing Tory. Didn't she diss Tory and Piss? Like, you don't want him to respond to what you say, but you diss him in records all the time. Okay, so it's very odd. No shade to Megan, but she's a very odd person. But she is an Aquarius. No shade. Now, moving on to Wackademics, Braun, and Champagne Thickums. Wackademics reveals that LeBron would go to Canada to go on 2 mans with Champagne Thickums and said Champagne Thickums would set him up with women in Canada. Okay. Obviously he's getting this from Champagne Thickums. Obviously, how else would he know this? But Wackademics and Champagne Thickums, y'all gotta receive Donkey of the Day. Okay. It seems as though that Champagne Thickums is a little bit jealous of men in the industry that have wives or longtime girlfriends or fiancés. He seems a little bit jealous of that. When he did Pusha T, he mentioned his wife, Virginia, okay? When he did Kung Fu Kenny, he mentioned Whitney. When he did Kanye, he took shots and mentioned the Kardashians. Even when he was dissing Meek, he mentioned Nicki in the diss track Back to Back. He said in the song, is this a world tour or is this your girls tour? Because, Meek opened up for Nicki on her tour. But the thing is like he always got to mention who a person is dating or married to when he's at odds with them. It kind of gives to me that he might be a little bit jealous of Braun, or he's jealous of Kendrick Lamar and how they're able to low-key cheat and, they still got their wives or girlfriends by their sides, because Champagne Thickums don't got that. He's never had a long-time girlfriend or somebody sticking right beside him. Ckiminaj stayed with Meek, even though he was beating on her and she was paying for his lawyer fees. She went to speak to Obama about his case. He don't have a ride or die chick like that. He never will. So I feel like he's a little bit jealous that Riri, J-Ho, Serena Williams, Melissa Ford, all of them left him. Okay, so he don't get that long time ride or die chick, and that's why he tends to bring them up in his diss tracks or when he's dissing somebody. So it kind of gives that he's a little bit jealous, in my opinion. Now, moving on from that, Twitch's stepdaughter, who he has been in her life since she was 3, speaks out against the backlash Allison, her mother, is receiving after saying Twitch was on substances.
These are all people that I've grown up with. And to see them now act different for social media, it's like, I don't know. And I'm trying to be respectful, but I just think it's complicated because I speak to Steven's moms. Like my mom and her were speaking weekly at some point. And I don't know if it's still like that. Like, me and my mom haven't talked about it. But since Steven died, I feel like I've seen his family more. than when he was alive. We would only see them once or twice a year, but you guys have to understand that it's because they live in another state. Like, and things happen. Like, we literally live in another state, and it's not like we're neighbors. It's not like we could just see them whenever we wanted. And now, like, my mom's constantly making the effort so that the kids are a part of, or not the kids are a part of their, wait, I was about to mess up my words. So the kids are a part of their lives. Love to argue about the NDAs. Basically, not backstory, because, like, that's what the whole story is, but in one day, we had an open casket, like, viewing for Steven. We had a funeral, and then we had a wake. And my mom asked for NDAs to be signed when we were seeing Steven's body, because God forbid somebody that went to that took a photo of Steven and put it on the internet, or, you know, shared it with somebody else. That's the type of things that NDAs are for. It's not so you can never talk about Steven. You can't ever talk about, you know, you grieving him. You can't post about it. That's not what it is. And for all the people saying it, I just feel like you're uneducated. I'm sorry.
Now, here's the thing, though. I feel like Twitch's family probably would never do that. Take a picture of his dead body and post it. I mean, I don't think that anybody that genuinely loves Twitch would ever do something like that, okay? That's one. Number two is, you know, I understand you want to stick up for your mom, but she's still in the wrong, okay? The reason why she's in the wrong is because she wrongfully came out and revealed that Twitch was on substances, okay? Which in his autopsy, he didn't have any substances. So you're still in the wrong. I'm sorry. Like, it was wrong for her to reveal that. I mean, he passed away. Let, you know, his family grieve and let that man rest in peace. I mean, that just didn't make any sense to me. Just because she wanted to sell a book. So your mama's still in the wrong. I'm sorry, Scratch Off Jr., but your mama is in the wrong, and she just need to come out and apologize. But anyway, I got some hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description, and have a great day. Now, YesJulz, the alleged side chick to Braun, said on Twitter, I never understood how grown men could spend their days gossiping about people and situations they don't know a thing about all day long on the internet. Somehow still be able to look at themselves in the mirror and have a good night's sleep. You don't feel pathetic? Okay, so obviously that's aimed towards Wackademics and any other male podcaster that has been talking about Braun's alleged cheating situation. So let me know how y'all feel about that. She didn't really deny the allegations, even though allegedly she has denied it in the past. So we'll see what happens, but I got some hot tea on these Cali fires on Patreon, and I hope you guys have a great day.